Hello everyone, to another video, a little break from me, but today I decided to actually bring up a game I played recently on a ladder, and I would like to analyze it and kind of show you a really cool strategy that you could use in Undead versus Orc. This was played on Concealed Heal against Orc named Magua, and he's around 2200 MMR, and he did force your headhunter. So this is also a kind of strategy that I figured out and played before my kind of retirement 4 years ago, and it is mass aboms against orc. So let's see. I will kind of try to also analyze my early game for those people who are struggling, as I always mention that 50% of the game is kind of you creeping, defending from harassment of your opponent and whatnot, and I will actually get the neutral view here of both of the players, and we'll kind of speed up. This is the early game, right? So this is a standard DK ghoul opening with acolyte scouting, so a little bit more speed up. And usually when you plan ahead creeping on this map, and I think this rule could apply to both Undead versus Orc and Undead versus Night Elf when you open with DK ghouls, is that I used to start with this camp to get kind of, closer to level 2, a strong item from Ogre Warrior. But the problem with this creep is that it's easily harassable. You can take some damage. There can come wisps from Night Elf that detonate your skeletons. You have to kind of play around it. And there can also be harassment from Orc early on, and forcing you're gonna take some damage. So I used to start with the turtles. So with the first acolyte, always search for that creature. There should be like a frog here. I think there should be one around those trees as well. Like, yeah, those are, frog, chicken. There's one, but I think it's good to search for one here, over here, right now. Okay, so this is like just a small thing in preparation of the creeping early on, and you don't take much damage from the turtles as well. So as you can see, he's playing kind of the most standard, I guess, most safe way of headhunters with double borrow, which would transition into more pressure. I don't think it's a meta right now, since orcs would like to tech faster, I guess, even if they open with the headhunters. Kind of an early opening of it, but yeah, as you can see, I go to the turtles. There's farce here. I also sell my TP to get an early item, so I took Rod, but I should also take the dagger for the healing. It's not necessarily needed. As you can see, I have 3 goals queued, so for sure there's enough gold to get that to get the dagger. I'm getting also Nerubian just to be safe against Farsil harass. And you can see I didn't take much damage. Farsil is coming. I'm already basically done with the creep. And guys, I'm still kind of going back mechanically to my game. I'm not playing that much as I would like to. So here I for sure took too much damage on my DK. Also, those 2 skeletons don't always try to send something for the Farseer, so he also takes damage on his hero. So you kind of have to trade that. Remember, you have Blight, you can heal, right? You have daggers, so you can heal as well. Remember about denying those skeletons, those gives a lot of experience. You don't want to feed experience to the Farseer there at all. And yeah, try to surround wolves. They give a lot of experience, can make the gap closer to the level 2 as well. As you can see, I'm gonna take 2. Yeah, look, such a huge spike. Another one. But I think, yeah, he's gonna resummon, so no. So I kind of forced him to use mana. He's already on 100. I think I'm taking on 24 supply. Here, started, go on in the making. And right now, yeah, when the Farseer is on your face, right, we're done with this. So my way of thinking is that I kind of want to put pressure on the Farseer, so he's not always just on me. And the 2 choices of creeping is like this green dot here with the kobolds, and obviously the orange one. And I think the easier spot is obviously the orange one, but you kind of want to drag away the Farseer away from you. And whatever he can do besides trying to harass you is obviously he can snipe this creep. But most of the time, orcs, as they used to play, in my opinion, is that they send wolves and try to creep the crabs. So this is something that you should keep in mind. But I think it's worth letting your opponent take this camp in order for you to have space to take this camp, right? And that trade is fine. That trade is fine. You want to secure level 2, basically. So as you can see, I kind of am trading damage. I'm kind of trying to keep distance of the Farseer away from my units, and I take everything I have because I know that this objective is really important for me. I need that level 2. I need that aura to be able to surround headhunters, surround any units, and yeah, there's enough time right now to do it, basically. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. And yeah, the harassment is really late. I'm kind of afraid here because my DK took too much damage. But there's like fountain. I'm threatening with the surrounds. I will fail them. Yeah, there could be a surround on the Farseer. Remember, concealed heal, you have fountains, right? So just use them. It's no problem to take some early damage on your hero. There are ways to heal him early on. And yeah, look at this. The only option that the orc is left is basically, as I said, the crabs, right? The crab. And the Murlocs here. And the other step that he can take after this is obviously maybe take shop or go for this camp. So I'm already like thinking ahead, and I mean I am aware that he might be here, that this is what he's doing, and I know that I need still more experience. I need to start closing the gap to level 3, so I'll just go for those kobolds and gather the experience, long distance experience, right? Long distance really. It's also one of the things I think that they talked in one of the videos here on the YouTube as well for you beginners, guys. And this is like really safe approach that I'm doing. It's kind of a race. You want to have level 3. And look, we didn't lose any ghouls yet. We lost some skeletons, but that's acceptable. You know, he will get level 2 from it, kind of, so it's a bummer. And is he going to kill my ghoul? Yes, this will give level 2. I don't think I should be fighting here. He has like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headhunters, so it is kind of a critical mass, level 2, so chain lightning, wolves. I don't have skeletons. If I had skeletons, that would be much better to get us around. But right now, you know, it's lack of play, lack of kind of understanding and having those automatic decisions like, oh, am I strong here or am I not strong here? And this is a case where I don't think I'm strong. That, okay, I secured a camp, but I don't think I should be fighting right now. I will just take too much damage. So I should just basically run here, right? But I take the fight. That's not necessary. That's, in my opinion, a mistake when I realized that in the game. And now I'm watching, I know that this should not happen. I should just take the W with creeping that and just run away, reposition myself. I'm closing. I'm already tier 2, taking to tier 3. Just grab second hero. In my opinion, right now, this is good to have Dark Ranger as a second hero against Farseer, even though I don't have items for that hero. But what Dark Ranger allows you to do in that case is keep the momentum in the mid game. So you're not waiting for the second hero, you can just grab the second hero, start being aggressive again. And kind of creep, you know, because yeah, I missed the dispel. I dispelled my own DK. So I grabbed the Dark Ranger, and now there are like two things that I can do. I could obviously pull this camp, you know, pull the red camp, surround it, but I will be having Farseer on my face. He has already TC, so he'll be threatening me. So I guess my thinking here was just to be aggressive right now. And that was what I was looking for, and I will actually catch Magua and punish his mistake of not keeping an eye on his hero, get us around, and this will allow me now to have a lot of presence on the map, since, you know, he cannot be as aggressive now without the TP. I go for the shop. This is the thinking, because I want to skill level 3 before I go aggressive. And I thought that I have time. I was wondering and I was afraid that that's why I'm sending Skeleton, that he might be pulling the red camp. So I just want to have information about it, what my opponent is doing. So as you can see, even that the route that this Skeleton is doing, yeah, he's just going for the middle, right? I want to confirm if he's not pulling the camp, because obviously this is one of the things that I think is broken on Concealed Heal, is the way you can pull the red camp and just secure the objective and item really easily. Getting level 3 on the wolf, and now that's a huge one. Don't be afraid to take some ghouls with you. Having those, look at that, I have 6 ghouls. It's enough to have those ghouls to build bank for you, because obviously you want to have bank of wood before you reach tier 3. You get those crucial upgrades for hero, and you want to grab as many as possible ghouls with the frenzy push timing, kind of. So here I'm just trying to look for my opponent to creep drag him. I was expecting him to be on the lab, but he's not on the lab. He's not taking the middle, and he's taking the bottom right. So that's the only conclusion. That's why I'm already going there. No shop, right? And then just going for the aggression. My DK is chasing the Farce here. I want him to kind of consume the Scroll of Speed, maybe consume the Healing Salve. I have level 3, level 2 coil, so just a lot of damage. And now my DK is coming. This is like really greedy by the Orc player, taking this camp, having no wolves, just TC as a tank. And he will get punished for this. One headhunter, right? Obviously, there could be some more mechanical play, blocks with skeletons, better focus, you know, being more decisive with your decisions. Another headhunter, 2 headhunters for free. That should be also a kill, but I will probably fail it. I was too greedy with it. I didn't want to coil it, but I should have coiled it. I just wanted to preserve some mana, and as you can see, before we can go mass aboms, because that's also what I said that the strat is on this map, you kind of want to first get that third hero, get the destroyer upgrade, and after you're kind of ready with 50 supply army, you can get the second slaughterhouse and start banking money for the abom transition. And the idea behind abom transition is that aboms are really hard to kill by headhunters. They tank a lot, and the power of undead are heroes right here, right? So Orc cannot kind of ignore aboms. He needs a counter to them, and the obvious counter for the orcs to aboms are coddles, right? And both of those units are for supply, so that's like one coddle for one abom. But the problem is that the abom is a target that you will want to nuke, right? So whenever you kill a coda that just ate your abom, well, you're ahead for supply, right? Obviously. And this is what I will do this game. I will try to force a coda transition, and this will allow me to actually get destroyers to counter codos and have this new focus fire army. And this has a really great synergy, and I think this strategy is kind of underused or kind of a hidden OP strat against Orc. I'm not sure how strong it would get against Blade Master, but I think the success would be kind of similar with the abom play. And yeah, the fight. Remember also, whenever you're fighting this game, this fight, right? Remember to control your goals separately, because you kind of want to avoid the TC. As you can see, his army positioning is that he always wants to engage after the stomp. So your ghouls are not necessarily here for the DPS, your heroes are doing the DPS, the Lich and the Dark Ranger, so as long as they deal free damage with the skeletons, you're good. Just protect your ghouls, right? Protect them from the storm. This requires some micro, like probably a lot of micro, but as you can see, ghouls are still alive, I'm dealing a lot of free damage, killing those headhunters, and this is just really great. Good stomp, kind of bad control by me, but units are dying for my opponent as well, 2 headhunters there. Still maintaining the pressure, and that's a huge fight. We don't need to overcommit, as you can see as well. I'm just controlling my goals on the back, just my heroes are fighting, always Lich, Dark Ranger. They have to deal damage all the freaking time. Another headhunter, and we just back off. We don't commit. Remember guys, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon every game. So obviously here I could push my advantage, and probably best players in the world could push that advantage, like Happy or Arrow, for example. But since I'm not really confident and I'm not playing a lot, I just want to take the safe approach. And the safe approach is always just regroup, creep more, you know, just win with the quality. And as you can see, already double slaughterhouse and transition to aboms. So this will give me 50 supply against 43 supply of my orc opponent. And he is, as of now, no counter to aboms, only making 1 coda, but he's not aware. He has to still fight my ghouls, he has to fight destroyers, and I'm kind of ready to have this army of aboms and the destroyers, which is, in my opinion, perfect against headhunters right now. And the entire strength is on the heroes of the undead. And look at that. He's still trying to fight. He's having 3-0. Holy shit. But also, remember, Kodos are not benefiting from the upgrades, right? So even though this guy went 3-0 on his headhunters to have this, I know, DPS buff, right? If you make aboms, he cannot make headhunters anymore, right? Okay, there's a nice round. So even here, right, you're forcing him to make kodos which do not benefit from the money that you've already spent on the upgrades. So it's even better here, right? So he has to make units that will not benefit the upgrade. Look, he's even making armor upgrade, but he will need to commit to the kodos. So it makes no sense for him to make those upgrades. He needs units to counter my army, and he's not doing this right now. And those aboms, they have a lot of HP. They will tank a lot, and they will allow space for my Dark Ranger and Lich to actually kill all the headhunters. So again, I'm just scouting for the expansions and taking the creeps. I was kind of slow on them. I was expecting him to do the lab, but he went for the red spot. I think I missed that with my skeleton. I didn't pay attention. You know, my multitasking kind of suffered here. But I'm getting the red camp myself on the fountain, getting the strong item as well. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. And look, I'm already breaking the supply. I'm not waiting, having that 60, probably should be 70. I'm on 400 gold. And also don't overcommit to A-bombs. I have like 2 A-bombs, getting the third A-bomb, and that's a good number. Like having 2 to 4, ideally like 3 to 4 A-bombs, and then just make destroyers for the focus fire, right? Because A-bombs is just there to tank for you, to tank everything and spread disease cloud and whatnot, right? Destroyers are there to have this focus fire and synergy with your Dark Ranger and your Lich. And look at this. He is having 1 kodo, but he needs to make more kodos. He needs to realize that he has no counter to my A-bombs basically right now. And how he's supposed to kill my A-bombs with that army? He cannot. Getting caught. Also, what is really important, right? Even though I made that fountain, I knew that I cannot be passive, right? So some people might think, okay, I will just go for the lab. But no, you always have to be proactive. So I know that if my opponent is not on this side of the map, he will be on this side of the map, creeping the fountain maybe, creeping my expansion, creeping the middle, right? So you don't want to give those creeps for free. You want to kind of push your momentum on the map and map advantage. So this is why I took this objective. So this side of the map is cleared and just went straight to my side of the map, and this is why I got rewarded. I was expecting to creepjack my opponent on this fountain, but I found him on the expansion. I killed the kodo. I will secure the expansion creep as well, and you're just putting yourself ahead. And what's the options that my opponent has? And right here, he knows that this side of the map is crept. I'm creeping this, and the fountain is on the one left, and we are in the advantageous position. So he will be forced to fight me. Kind of in a bad position right now, and this is good for us. So he's doing the lab, which is the only thing that he's left with. Having the headhunters, which is not an answer to the A-bombs, getting only the 1 kodo. So again, those A-bombs are basically free. We have 3 A-bombs, more statues, 3 destroyers already. That's a huge army. 60 supply against 55 supply. But the army... And okay, one additional thing. Even though some people might leave the statues for healing, I felt like I will just all in this, right? Just more of everything and just... I know, because if I win this fight, it's game over, right? So I don't need statues. I just need to snowball this fight. So I immediately drain mana, transform the statue, and just go all in. Just coil Nova, go on the headhunters, and look at this. There's nothing to kill my A-bombs. He's not even targeting them. He cannot kill them. The only target are either my heroes, which are protected by the invulnerability potions, or the destroyers, right? And look at this. Kodo came 8 already. Nova ready. Boom. Focus fire. And we're trading. I mean, we're trading. For supply released, he lost for supply, and we're just snowballing more. And every single time, if you see a Kodo coming up to you, right, you have destroyers to dispel the speed scroll. And when Kodo comes, just coil Nova the Kodo and you'll force supply ahead. And A-bomb, he will never target an A-bomb. Imagine him targeting an A-bomb with hunters and then you just coil. That's, you know, world of pain for Orc. And we just snowball with Dark Ranger. I really, guys, encourage you to try out this strat against Orc. As I said, I think this is strong against Headhunter play. I'm not sure how this would work against Standard Blade Master. As you can see that this strategy takes some time to build up. But if you're struggling against Farseer Headhunter play with this triple hero, This is one of the strats that you should keep in mind and try it out. I really recommend that. And look at that. 2200 orc player kind of beaten. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video. I know that it was a small break as well. I will try to be more regular with the videos. It's still kind of thinking about it, how this should work, how to set up my time to work on it. But I want to kind of mix my replay analysis. Some of the viewers were struggling. Guys, if you have any problem, just post a link to W3 Champion game where I can download the replay and I will try to analyze the game, just help you with your improvement, where are the mistakes. And I'm pretty sure that most of the mistakes are with early decision making and how you prepare your creeping. And as you can saw, I had a plan for early game. I knew what I wanted to do. I executed that plan. I took little damage, and it really helped me massively in the mid game, and especially in the transition to the late game, because those steps are really important for the Undead plays. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, give some feedback, guys. Check out my Twitch, right? Like, I'm streaming on Twitch in evenings, so whenever you want to talk with me, see some live games, so hook up to my Twitch, and see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone.